I don't know exactly what's going on between them right now, but yeah, I definitely think it's a little tough. It's a little challenging.
A big storyline so far this season is Matt and Zach kind of having a little bit of a falling out over the selling of the property. I mean, what was your reaction to that, Amy? And was it hard for you to watch that?
Well, it was hard for me to watch. I don't know a lot of the details of the negotiation that went on between Matt and Zach. I've heard little bits here and there. So I'm just sad that it's come to this. Parts of me is not exactly surprising because I've dealt with Matt over the years, and he can be tough. He can be grinding. But I also think, whatever the expectations were from both of them, they went out the window. Maybe, they obviously did not sync up. But I've said it in the episodes before, Matt is still the father. He's still, quote, the adult. I don't care how old your kids are. Sometimes there are things that they may need to learn, but, as an adult, as a father, you may have to take the higher road. I don't know.
Yeah. What was your reaction when you found out that Matt is selling part of the farm now?
Well, my reaction was if that was part of the negotiations, I can see where some of, this stuff went south. Mm-hmm. Because in the kid's mind, where they grew up was the 33 acres. He's only selling half of that. And that's tough. I mean, we've heard over time, this is going to be part of the family. This is going to be the legacy and all this other stuff. And now to see the end result with a for sale sign, I mean, change happens. It's not always good. It's not always happy, but eventually maybe this will be a step where we can all move forward and see how we can all come back together.
Yeah, definitely. Were you disappointed that Zach and Tori decided to move so far away?
I was sad because it's so nice to be like 10 minutes away from them and stop by for 15 minutes, and then be on your way, or to have dinner with them or them to come over here. It's like 15-minute drive and stuff. And so that perspective, how convenient. Mm-hmm. Them moving to Washington, it's more of an effort. You got to plan for it a little bit more. But I've kind of learned from my parents, we don't do everything for our kids once they become adults because we don't know what happens. They needed to do what was good for their family, what was good for each other, and we'll make it work.
Have you noticed that Matt and Zach's relationship has been strained since this happened, or are they kind of getting back on track?
I don't know exactly what's going on between them right now, but yeah, I definitely think it's a little tough. It's a little challenging. And I think that's a process where if you're hurting or frustrated or whatever it may be, I don't think anyone should expect it to be overnight. That it all goes away. I think it's a process to learn how to manage it, deal with it. But I think in time, he's the father, he's the grandpa. They'll manage it that way and move forward, I hope.